Okay, hello guys. Good evening. Welcome back to our November week 4. Hi Kavi, how are you? Wow, I haven't seen you in like forever. How are you? I take it you must be really busy. Okay, have you watched all the replay I sent you? I'm good, I'm good. I'm good as ever. Okay, so what's up? Are you busy with your school? I assume you're very busy with your school. Okay, hi Gabriel, how are you? So guys, what are we doing today? We are revising for our Form 4 stuff again today. Okay, I hope you can manage the busyness of your schedule, Kari. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so guys, last week we finished this thing. Have we done this? Have we done this? Oh, but that's good. That's good to hear. Right. So last week we revised on our chapter 5. Okay, remember our crossing diagram here. Okay, the percentage of male and female, 50%, 50%. Okay, what are the two types of mutation? You have your chromosomal, which is the serious one, and then you have the not so serious gene mutation. And of course, we have these. Okay, I think I did this right. I don't really recall. Okay, so yeah, if I haven't, okay, just let me repeat this. XXY is your Klinefelter. Okay, really easy to memorize this. Okay, many people confuse Klinefelter and Turner. Okay, really easy. The longer name Klinefelter is XXY. You see, Klinefelter, XXY, 3-syllable. Okay, very easy to remember. So Turner is the one with the missing X. So this is a male. Okay, this is a male with female characteristic. Okay, he has breast development and so on. And this is a female with no female characteristics. Okay, she will not go through puberty. She would be mentally retarded. She'll be very short. Okay, she has all the missing female characteristics. No breast development, no hip development, things like that. Right. So Q is a female. Okay, so C, total number of chromosome, P has 47 because normal human beings like us, we have 46. Klinefelter has one extra, so 47. Turner has one less, so 45. It makes sense, right? And of course, characteristic, as I said, P, you have breast development. Okay, Q, they are mentally retarded. Okay, so anyway, let's go to number 12. Okay, I will speed through these things because you already learned this like a few months ago. They should be quite fresh in your memory. If it's stored, then what were you doing? Okay, so your color blindness is what we know as a sex-linked disease, if you remember. Okay, sex-linked. Now, what does it mean by sex-linked? That means they are tied to your X chromosome. They are tied to your X chromosome. So, in this case of your color blindness, for males, if you still remember, for males, you have two possibilities. It's either X big BY, because every male is XY, right? And then X small by. So what's the difference? Big B means you are normal. You have the dominant gene, you are normal, you have no color blindness. And then small b, that means you have color blindness. There's only two possibilities, right? Whereas for females, you have three. You could be X big B, X big B. You are normal. You have two dominant genes. You are X small b, X small b. You are colorblind. Okay, you have two recessive genes. Or the thing that complicates things would be X big B, X small b. You have one dominant gene, that means you are normal. Your X big B will cover the X small b away. But this X small b doesn't disappear. You could pass this to your child. Then your child could have color blindness. Yes, this is called a carrier. Very good. This is a carrier. So females, right, there could be hidden color blindness gene. That's why it's more complicated. All right. So if a normal father, which is X big BY, if he marries a carrier mother, which is X big B, X small b, okay, we are in page 11, by the way, the revision notes. So when you split this into two, X big B and Y, X big B and X small b, when you recombine them, X big B, X big B, next, big B, small b, big BY, and small by, right? So you could, okay, if this couple, they're having a daughter, they need not worry because both daughters will be normal. It's just that maybe one of the daughter will be colorblind. I mean, will be a carrier. Okay, this is a carrier, right? Whereas if they're having a son, okay, things are more complicated now because the son could be normal or he could have colorblind, right? So you see, this is the mother is normal, but the son may have color blindness. So this is why she's called a carrier. She carries the disease to the son, right? So what is the probability of having a normal daughter? Normal daughter, we consider both of these normal, okay? Out of 4 possibilities, you have 2 normal daughters. So the possibility is 50%, right? 2 out of 4, okay? 2 out of 4, normal. We consider carrier as a normal. So colorblind son, okay? So this is the colorblind son. Out of 4, there's only 1 possibility of colorblind son. So this would be 25%. Okay, guys, basic maths, don't tell me you don't know this. 25, 50, 75, 100. Okay, I hope this makes sense to you. Right, next, C, color blindness is known as sex-linked hereditary disease. State the reason. As I said, why is it called sex-linked disease? Because it is carried by the X chromosome. Okay, your X chromosome carries this colorblind gene, right? It's not carried by the autosome. Okay, autosome is the first 44. This is the sex chromosome. So another example of sex-linked. So far, you have learned 2 sex-linked disease. One is color blindness, right? What is the other one? Do you remember? The ones to do with your blood. Yes, hemophilia. Wow, Kavi, you studied, huh? I can see you spent a lot of time studying, huh? Okay. I hope you score well in your finals. Okay. I have confidence in you. Okay. You will. Okay. No worries. Okay. Gabriel, you too. Goes without saying. Okay. So anyway, so let's move on. Okay, we skip this genetic thing lah. It's very time wasting. Okay. Hang on, guys. Okay, we skip this genetic thing because it's not really coming out for exam. Okay, low chances lah. Hi Lara, how are you? You're the third to join us today. Welcome. So anyway, let's go to 15. We are in page 13. Page 13. This is our revision for chapter 5. Okay, so number 15. What are the 2 factors of variation? Oh my god, guys, this question is almost certainly coming out in exam. I mean, not the exact same question lah, but variation is definitely coming out in exam. So what are the 2 factors that affects variation? That would be something that you cannot control. That will be genetic. And something that you can control. That will be your environment. Right? Very easy to memorize this, guys. Just think of your height. Okay, just think of your height. In order to grow taller, let's say your aim is to be 180 cm. In order to be tall, first you need the gene. Your parents need to be tall. If your parents are both 160 something, then hey, you're not getting that, right? That's the first thing. Second thing will be your environment. If your parents are both tall, you have the gene, but can you grow to that height? It depends on the environment. Are you sleeping well? Are you eating well? And did you exercise? All right, so if you do all 3, then maybe you'll be growing to that height. Maybe, okay, there's no certainty here. So anyway, do you remember what is your continuous and discontinuous variation, guys? This is a very easy concept to understand, right? Continuous, as the name says, continuous, the graph looks like this. Okay, all the bar, they are stuck together. It forms a continuous pattern. Can you see? That's why we call it a continuous variation. Yes, as intermediate. Yes, thank you. Right, and whereas your discontinuous, it looks like a separated graph. Okay, a bar graph. Right, so you see, some of my students they're still confused by this. Okay, let me put this in a very simple term. You know your phone setting? You know your phone setting? Your phone has all these settings, when you pull down the notification like this, right? Okay, this is your phone setting. Okay, so your phone setting has many. So continuous variation is like your brightness. It's like your volume. It goes from very bright. You can increase your phone brightness to the max, or you can go to the most bottom. Okay, it's a continuous range that you can pull, right? It's like your volume. You can pull that volume slider all the way up, all the way down. It's a range. It's a continuous range. So this is what we call continuous variation. Discontinuous is like your data. It's like your Wi-Fi. It's like your Bluetooth. You see, your Bluetooth setting, there's only two. It's either it is on or it is off. Right? There's only two here. There's no, you don't say, oh, my Wi-Fi, my Bluetooth is 50% on. What the hell is 50% on? There's no such thing. It's either it's on or off, right? It's either a 0 or 1. So this is your discontinuous, right? So your type of characteristic, they are continuous. They are not distinctive. Okay, not distinctive. They have intermediate values. Okay, whereas your discontinuous, they are distinctive. They are very clear cut and they have no intermediate values. Okay, no intermediate values. So they are, it's either you are 1 or 2. Okay, it's either you are team blue or team red. Okay, there's no half-half. So shape of graph. Okay, what is this shape called, by the way? This shape is called normal distribution. If you're, this one comes out in what is distinctive? Distinctive means clear cut. If you're wearing a blue shirt, I'm wearing a red shirt, it's a very distinctive difference. Okay, not distinctive means it's halfway. Let's say you are light purple, I'm darker purple. It's not distinctive. It's very blur. Okay, there's no clear cut line. Right, this is called normal distribution, by the way. Go and ask your MS friend if your MS friend learns this. So this graph is called normal distribution, whereas this one, this is your bar graph. Sorry, guys, these stupid birds they're making a lot of noise outside my room. Okay, sorry. Pigeons, okay. It's like a mating season or something. They make a lot of noise lately. Okay, so example, sorry, like I said, this is your height or your weight. Okay, you can either be super tall, like 190, or you can be super short, like 140. You go to your school, you will know. There are people 140. There are people 141, 142, 143. So every height has someone. So it's like a continuous range. That's why we call it continuous variation. This continuous is like your earlobe. Earlobe is either attached or free. There's only two. Or blood group. There's only A, B, AB, and O. So yeah, okay, pretty much it. You can even talk about your eyelid. There's only single eyelid and double eyelid. Okay. Right. So really easy. Guys, pay attention to this variation. As I said, this part is definitely coming out in exam. I assure you. Okay, I assure you. So they will look something like this. If you still remember your last week stuff, they look like this. Your variation again. So as you can see, the graph free attached here. This is your discontinuous. If this is like this is your continuous. Okay. Easy peasy. So, guys, moving on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go to chapter 6. This is a very easy chapter. Right. According to experience, guys, something that you should know. Chapter 6, right, is not very common in exam. You know, the exoskeleton, endoskeleton, and the hydroskeleton thing. I don't know, for some reason, it's not really common in exam. Don't ask me why, okay? That's the way it is. So kindly do not put too much attention here. I'm not saying that they're not coming out at all. It's just that they don't take up a huge part of the exam. So don't waste too much time here. You'll be disappointed. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to skip this question. I think you learned this before already, right? This is a compact stick. This is a hollow stick. So you see, hollow, they can stand up to 500 gram, whereas compact 100 gram they will bata already. Okay, usually hollow bones or hollow stick, they are stronger than compact stick. Okay, this is why our bone is hollow. All right. So what I'm trying to say here is hollow is stronger. So this is just a very simple experiment. Okay, remember what is this? Remember what is this? This is an insect growth curve. Okay, insect, they don't grow smoothly like us. They need to break the outer shell first before they grow bigger. And that process is what we call ecdysis. Okay, the breaking shell process is called ecdysis. Yes, Kavi, thank you. Right, and during the non-growth phase, where they are not doing anything, is called instar. Okay, yes, thank you. Very good. Okay, so like I said, very easy to memorize. When insects are not growing, they are spending time on Instagram. That's how I remember. Okay, since they are not growing, they are not doing anything, they are free, right? So they go Instagram. So it's during ecdysis when they break the shell and they become bigger. All right. So we don't grow like that. We don't grow like that. We grow in a smooth curve, in fact. This is only for insect, for exoskeleton. Do not memorize your bones, guys. Don't waste time here. You are not required to. Okay, take it from me. You are not learning the bones. It's not important. Right, so let's look at number 9, shall we? Let's look at number 9. So this would sum up what you learned this chapter. Right, so if you look at this is your endoskeleton. This is your endoskeleton. So right, if you remember, endoskeleton has 3 types. You have the aquatic animal, fish. You have birds, like chicken. You have terrestrial animals, like us humans. All right? Like I said, who has the strongest bone? Who has the weakest bone? Just imagine curry. You have curry ikan, you have curry ayam, and you have curry kambing. So when you eat curry, right, which bone is the strongest to bite, to chew? Of course, kambing, right? You cannot chew mutton's bone. I mean, unless your teeth is made out of titanium, because it's really hard and tough. Because why? Because terrestrial land animals like us, we need very strong bone to fight gravity. Okay, because we have gravity pulling us, so we need very strong bone. That's why curry kambing is the strongest. Terrestrial is the strongest. Okay, followed by chicken. Birds, birds, they are weaker than us because their bones are hollow. Okay, chicken bones, they are hollow. Why hollow? So that they can fly, right? So that they are lightweight, they can fly. So chicken is number 2. The weakest bone would be fish. Aquatic animal has the weakest bone. You look at this. Okay, can you imagine what is this? Do you know what bone is this? Can you see that this is a whale? Okay, I don't know why many of my students say, sir, this doesn't look like a whale. How can this not look like a whale? You see, this is the head, this is the flap, I guess. Okay, and this is the body. Whale, right? There's no butt here. Whale has no butt. I mean, they will look weird if they have butts. So that's why, yeah, exactly. It looks like a whale, isn't it? Aquatic animals like fish, they have the weakest bone. Why? Because they have something called buoyant force. Okay, the floating force that pushes them up. So they don't need such a strong bone, guys. That's why whale can grow to such a big size, because gravity doesn't apply to them. I mean, it does lah, but it's not very, not as serious as us. We need to fight gravity to walk. They just float. So that's why they have the buoyant force, right? So number one, give one difference between endoskeleton structure of animal is 7.1 and terrestrial vertebrate. Right, so what's the difference between this guy and us? Okay, as I said before, terrestrial is stronger or harder than 7.1. Okay, you compare an elephant and a whale, you will know. Elephant has much tougher bones, okay, stronger bones. Okay, you can say endoskeleton lah. I'm just writing short answers here. So terrestrial is stronger than 7.1. Okay. They didn't ask why lah, but they have 2 marks here. So okay lah, you can say terrestrial is stronger if that's the case lah. 7.1 is weaker. Okay, have weaker bones. You want to write it this way also can. Because I don't see how they give 2 marks here, since they didn't ask to explain. Okay, if they ask to explain, right, why? Because terrestrial animal needs to withstand gravity, but your aquatic, which is 7.1, they are supported by buoyant force. Okay, they are supported by buoyant force, so that's why they can grow to such a big size. Right, next, number 2. State the function of wide sternum bone and the skeletal structure in 7.2. What is a sternum bone? Okay, by the way, if you don't know this, it's okay. Sternum bone is here. This middle bone here. Okay, when you press the middle of your chest, can you feel there's a bone in the middle of here? This is the sternum bone, right? Why do they need such a sternum bone, such a wide sternum bone? Because if you look at birds, right? If you look at birds, the single most important muscle for them, the most important muscle would be the chest muscle, right? Okay, you try to do this. If you flap your hand like a wing, okay, and you put your hand here, can you feel that this muscle is moving? Your chest muscle is moving. In fact, for people who go to the gym, like me, how do us guys train the chest? We do this exercise. It's called a fly. There's a machine that you bring your arms close. This trains your chest. So this motion is called a fly motion. So same thing. Birds, they fly. So for birds, this muscle is the most important muscle, because without this muscle, what else can they do? They fly using this muscle. Okay. So this is why all birds have very strong chest muscle. Okay. This breast tissue, this chest tissue here is very strong. This is why when you eat birds like chicken, or if you eat pigeon, there's fried pigeon. Do you know that? Baked pigeon, whatever birds lah, okay, turkey, whatever. If you eat birds, right, the breast part is the hardest to eat, is the worst to eat, right? If you eat chicken breast, it's really dry because it's full of muscle, right? Whereas if you eat drumstick, you eat chicken's leg, it's okay, it's good because it's tender. This is full of muscle, so it's not nice to eat. Okay, so what is the sternum bone for? Okay, muscles, they need to attach to a bone, right? So why do they need a big sternum bone? Because they have a big chest muscle. Okay, so this is for the attachment. Okay, for attachment of your pectoral muscle. By the way, guys, this muscle is called a pectoral muscle. I mean, that's the scientific name lah. I mean, you can say chest muscle, but the real name is pectoral muscle. So pec. This is called pec. Okay, a pec muscle, a pec. If you accidentally tear this muscle, we call this a pec tear. For bodybuilders lah, for people who go to the gym, when they say pec tear, they will know because it's your pectoral muscle torn. So number 3, what are the special characteristics of bone structure in 7.2 that enables it to function? Like I said, birds, they are weaker than us because their bones are hollow. Okay, they're hollow. Why? So that they are lightweight for flight. Okay, they need hollow bones to fly. So Chicken bones, they are actually slightly weaker, okay, than us. If you bend a chicken's bone, they will just snap in half. Ours is hollow. Ours is also hollow, but it's not as hollow. Chicken bone is very hollow. Ours is also hollow. It's just ours is not so hollow. Okay, if it makes any sense, right? Anyway, so next you have a kangaroo and a giraffe. So two factors that affect stability. Like I said, there's two factors. Just imagine a sports car. Why is a sports car so stable? Because they have low center of gravity. Okay, do not say height. Do not say height. It's the center of gravity. Kavi is not surface, it's the not the surface area, is the bottom is called base area. Not surface, it's the base area. So you see, why is a sports car very stable? Because they have low center of gravity, because they're very low. You look at a Lamborghini, you know it's really low and it has very wide base area. A sports car is usually very wide, isn't it? Isn't it? Sports car is very wide. So this is why sports cars doors, if you have been in a sports car before, if you have seen a sports car before, their doors open this way. It's called a Caesar door. It's called a Caesar door. Do you know why do they need a Caesar door? Not because they look cool. It's because the car is already so wide. I cannot open my door like this. You imagine if I park my Lamborghini, okay, I don't have a Lamborghini. Okay, if I were to have a Lamborghini, if I park it in a parking space, I cannot open my door because it's too wide. So they need to open their door this way. It's called a Caesar door. Okay. Anyway, so next, number 2, what is the relationship between height and stability? So this one very easy lah. The higher the object, the taller the object, okay, which is the taller the center of gravity, the less stable they are. Okay, the taller something is, the less stable. This is why buildings, there's a limit that you can go. You cannot build something too tall because they are not stable to stand on its own. Unless you're like Dubai lah, you're rich enough to build any shit you want. You can make your buildings like stupid tall. Then what's the point anyway? It's just a hotel. You know, the Burj Khalifa hotel is the tallest building in the world because they can. Okay, because they're rich as shit. They have nowhere else to spend their money. Okay, so see, why do sea animals have larger bodies compared to freshwater animals? Okay, this is very easy. Why seawater is bigger? Because seawater has higher density. Okay, it has higher density. That's why you can float on seawater easily. So it has higher buoyant force. So technically speaking, you can float on seawater better. It's just that seawater has waves, so it's not very suitable for swimming. But let's just say seawater is calm, you should be able to float better because it's salt water. Okay, higher buoyant force, so it is able to support bigger or heavier animal. Okay, they can support bigger animals. That's why whales can swim in it. Whales cannot swim in fresh water. They will sink because it's not as high of a floating force. Okay, easy, guys? I'm trying to fly through here because I have many things to. I'm trying to keep my revision as short as I can because next week I need to continue with our syllabus. So, guys, do you remember what muscles are these? What is your X here? What is this muscle called? Yes, thank you. This is your bicep. Okay, what about this? Yes, this is your tricep. Okay, do you know what is P? What connects your muscle to your bone? When my muscle pulls, the muscle will pull on P and P will pull on the bone. Yes, that's the tendon. Wow, Kavi, you study. Wow, I'm so touched. That's very good. Keep up the effort. Keep up the effort. I'm happy. Okay, if you study. Okay, so anyway, what about this? If between the bones, there's another rubber band that ties these bones together. What is it called? If you snap this thing, if this thing breaks, you will dislocate. Now, what is this? Now, what is this? Football players, they injure this like all the time. This is called, yes, this is a ligament. right? So guys, pay attention not to snap your ligament. I mean, how do you snap your ligament? If you do some high impact sports, okay, like football. Football is a high impact sport. I mean, come on, you're running halfway down the field, and someone they tackle you. That is a high impact sport. All right. So to be fair, guys, football has the highest injury rate among all sports. So this is why you see players injured all the time. Okay, what has the lowest rate of injury? Funny enough, it's actually weightlifting. Okay, so stop saying that weightlifting is dangerous. Weightlifting is not dangerous. Football is, right? Because weightlifting, you don't have people chasing you around and tackling you down, unless you drop a plate on yourself lah. That's another story. So anyway, so this is your ligament. Okay, and oh yeah, before I forget, X and Y, when one contracts, one relax. What is this called? What is this action called? When you relax, I contract. When you contract and I relax, I will oppose you. You do one thing, I'll do the opposite. What is this called? What is this called? Who is the bad guy in the story called? We call them? Yes, you got it. Antagonistic muscles. They are, and you know, antagonists, right? Antagonist is the bad guy lah. So they will oppose each other. Oh, you wrote in Malay, okay. Kavi, are you writing in Malay are you writing in BM for your exam? Are you writing, or are you writing in English? Oh yeah, you take science Sukan. Oh, you take science Sukan. Wow, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, no wonder. I mean, science Sukan, you learn this in science Sukan, right? For you, this is like easy peasy, isn't it? Wow, science Sukan, that's a very, very interesting, that's a very interesting subject. I really like sports science. Okay, right? You have to memorize all the bones. Oh, okay, you mean the femur, radius, and ulna. Okay, phalanges. Oh, okay. Oh my god, I hate that. I actually hate it. And then this is the clavicle. This is the scapula, right? I know, because biology, you memorize everything too. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Okay, anyway. So you know what? I'm gonna just skip this lah. As long as you understand this, it's good enough. Right. Anyway, so oh yeah, before I move on, let's talk about growth. Let's talk about growth. We grow in 5 phases. We have your infancy, okay, bayi. This is a rapid growth phase because you grow the fastest from 0 to 3 years old. Infancy, rapid growth. And then childhood, you slow down. This is slow growth, which is around from 4 years old to 12. From your kindergarten to you ending your primary school, that's your childhood. So slow growth. And then you go rapid again. This is your adolescence, remaja, which is what you're doing right now. So another rapid growth. So your baby, you during infancy, baby, you rapid grow. And then during adolescent, you rapid grow also. So 2 rapid growth phase. So this is remaja. This is your infancy, adolescence. All right. And then when you reach this phase at around 20, you are like me lah. This is adulthood. You don't grow anymore. You just stay at where you are. Okay. Or it's just minimal growth. And then when you reach 5, this is old age. This is what we call negative growth, because at this age, 65 and above, you're not growing anymore. Okay, you just in fact you go shorter. Okay, but funny enough, guys, have you noticed this, guys? Have you noticed this? All of our prime ministers, including the upcoming one, I don't know who is it gonna be, they are all in this phase already. Why are we appointing someone so old to be our prime minister to lead our country? I will never understand. Yes, they are gonna die soon. I mean, Anwar is okay, but if you look at Muhyiddin and Sabri, my goodness, they're like fossil already. They're like dinosaur already. They can just retire, balik je lah, pergi lah, do something else, okay? Go, yes, mate, exactly. Go home and jaga lah cucu kan. Okay, ato, dah lah ato. Okay, can go home already. They have zero interest of people in mind. Okay, have you seen the latest UK Prime Minister? I think it's called Rishi Sunak. Okay, he's 40 something. We want someone like that, okay, young and lead the country, not some old fossil sitting there don't want to go. Yes, the Indian, really proud, you know. I'm really proud for him. The first Indian as the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak. Okay, I hope I didn't spell his name wrongly. Rishi Sunak. Is this his name? There. Okay. So how old is he? How is he? 42. Right? Muhyiddin is 60 something. Anwar is also 70 something. Goodness me. They can go home lah. Marty is 90 something. Marty is 97. Goodness me. Why is he still here? Okay. So we need someone like that. Someone young. But it's not changing anytime soon, isn't it? Okay, anyway. So guys, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go to our body coordination. Okay, let's talk about hormones. Oh, this is a very interesting chapter. Okay, so sorry, I'm having passion fruit and it's really sour. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so number 2. So this is your what page is this? This is your page 29. Okay, so write one hormone that is secreted by M, N, and O. They don't want the gland, they want the hormone. Okay, so what hormone does this thing produce? Remember what is this gland? Yes, this is the pituitary gland. Good. What hormone does it produce? They produce the hormone that makes you grow taller. That would be your GH, growth hormone. Okay, growth hormone. You're having this a lot right now because you're growing. So growth hormone, hormone pertumbuhan. This makes you grow. And then this part, this is called your thyroid gland, if you remember. I'm going to write the gland at the side here. So thyroid gland, yes, good. They produce thyroxine. Okay, thyroxine. This is the hormone that controls your metabolism. Okay, if you have very high thyroxine, your heartbeat will be very fast, your breathing rate will be fast, your digestion will be fast, everything about your body is fast. Okay, and you will sweat a lot, even your palms will sweat. Okay, and you will lose weight like crazy. Okay, people with high thyroxine, they are usually very skinny. Okay, I have a student like that. Okay, funny I should mention that. I have a student in Form 5 this year. Is a he. Okay, he has very high thyroxine because his grandma has it, so he has very high thyroxine. In fact, his thyroxine is so high, he need to take medicine to suppress his thyroxine. If not, he will get super hot. Okay, this is what he told me. He will get super hot, his palm will sweat, and he will get very cranky. He will get very agitated. He will have very bad mood because he's constantly impatient. Okay, because his heart rate is racing like crazy because of the thyroxine. So guys, like I said, hormone is about balance. It's not that like, oh, sir, kan bagus if I have very high thyroxine, I'll lose a lot of weight. No, okay, it doesn't work like that. Okay, you need everything to be in balance. All right, so what about O? O is your adrenal gland. Okay, as the name says, this produces your adrenaline. Okay, this is the thing that makes you panic. Okay, I think I said this before, right? It makes you panic. It makes you nervous. Yes, the butterfly in the stomach. Yes, exactly. The feeling. Okay, the sinking heart feeling. That's the adrenaline. Okay, so which gland will secrete hormone when a person is in danger? Well, it's going to be this gland, right? Don't write the name. Don't write the name. They only ask you which gland. So you have to say O. Why say the alphabet instead of the name? In case you got the name wrong, at least you still got the marks. Okay, unless they tell you to name lah. If they want the name, they will say name the gland. Namakan kelenjar. They don't write, so they will ask you to They just ask you which gland, so we just give the alphabet. So C, the thyroid gland, which is this one, needs a type of nutrient to function. How do you keep your thyroid healthy? You need one nutrient. You learn it in Form 2 actually. This nutrient is found in seafood. Not iron, but it starts with I. Okay, nice try. Nice try. Good try. Okay, this is your iodine. You know iodine? You can find iodine in seafood. You can find it in sea salt. Okay, if you want your thyroid to be healthy, ask your mom to change her cooking salt to sea salt. I mean, it's slightly expensive, but it gives you the iodine. Okay, or you can change that to the what? Himalayan pink salt. Have you heard of that? Okay, I mean, it looks funny to me. Why is the salt pink? But it's supposed to have iodine inside, which is very good for your thyroid. You hate it, why? Doesn't it taste the same? No, I've not tasted it before. I mean, it looks pink lah. So, and it's quite expensive though. It's like 4 or 5 times. You tried it before? Okay. Does it taste any different? Does it taste any? It has iodine though. It's good for your thyroid though. No, okay, okay, cool. Right, so that's the iodine. So next, give one function of the hormone secreted by gland M. Okay, gland M is your growth hormone. So what's the function? This fella is to stimulate growth, to make you grow taller. Okay, to make you grow taller. Right, guys, here's the thing. Do you know? Okay, you're young, right? You're very young, right? Have you noticed this? When you get injured, okay, maybe you haven't got older yet, so you don't know. When you got injured at a young age, your jaw, okay, let's say you sprain your shoulder at a very young age, your shoulder will heal very quickly. But if you sprain your shoulder at 60 years old, your shoulder will take very long time to recover. Why? Because you have very low growth hormone. Very low growth hormone. So this is why at your age, you will recover very quickly. If you get sore joints after you exercise, you will recover very quickly because you have very high growth hormone. So this is how athletes, they cheat, right? Some athletes, they want to recover very quickly from their injury. They will use growth hormone. I mean, it's not wrong lah. It's not wrong because if you want to recover faster, I mean, you get injured, you want to recover faster, you can use growth hormone, but make sure you're not caught lah. Because this thing so far, as far as I'm concerned, growth hormone is banned from any sports, right? So if you do, I mean, if you go to the Olympics and you use growth hormone, if they manage to detect high growth hormone in your blood, yikes, it's a form of cheating, right? Because, okay, if you still remember testosterone, you know, the thing coming out from a guy's balls, okay? Testosterone makes you grow muscle, right? So testosterone is known as steroid. You know steroid? Okay, some bodybuilders, they take steroid to make their muscles grow bigger. Steroid is testosterone. You're just using more hormones in your body so that you grow more muscle. And believe it or not, your growth hormone also helps you build muscle. So do you think it's fair? No, right? I mean, it technically makes you grow more muscle so you perform better in sports. So technically speaking, it is still cheating. Okay, guys, even caffeine is limited. Do you know that? Okay, according to WADA, WADA, WADA is the agency that controls all these performance enhancing drugs. If you take above certain threshold of coffee, if you go above your caffeine limit, you will be disqualified. I mean, to be fair, because if you drink more coffee, you do run faster, so it's actually cheating. Hey, guys, this is also banned. Adrenaline is also banned. Because some athletes, right, they want to run faster, they will inject adrenaline and it makes them run faster in competition. Okay, so it's cheating. So adrenaline is definitely banned in Olympics. If you're caught using adrenaline, you will definitely be disqualified. So, I mean, common sense, right? Okay, anyway, so let's jump ahead. Let's go to our question 7. I think I'm jumping around. I'm jumping around. So, name gland X. Okay, as I mentioned before, this is a thyroid gland, glandia thyroid, that produces your thyroxine. Okay, I really like this chapter because it's very interesting. And what you see is what you get. Whatever you study here, you will get the same thing in exam. You see this in your notes, you see this in your exam. So it's not like your chapter 5, they will twist and turn this and that. No, you get you see, what you see is what you get. Right? So number 2, what will happen to the woman if gland X produces less hormone? Okay, when you have less thyroxine, what happens? So many things. You have low metabolism, you have a tendency to get fat, low heart rate, low breathing rate. Everything just slows down. Even your digestion slows down. Everything slows down. Okay, the opposite of high thyroxine. Like I said, if your thyroxine is very high, you will get very high heart rate. Okay, you will be sweating a lot. Low thyroxine, low metabolism, your sweat, you just don't sweat. You know, some people, they don't sweat, right? Me, I'm the opposite. I just have high metabolism. Okay, because my dad has high metabolism, so I sweat a lot. I'm constantly hot and I sweat a lot. Okay, which is a curse in Malaysia. I mean, guys, if you have high metabolism and you live in Malaysia, it's a freaking disaster because you constantly need aircon and you're constantly sweating. You're full blasting aircon in your face. Okay, that's what I do, which can get really annoying. I mean, it's rainy season now, so it's okay. But just you wait, you know, Chinese New Year is coming, right? During Chinese New Year around February, is when the drought season comes. Oh my God. Okay, I'll be swearing non-stop because it's so hot. Okay, so B1, so that's your gland Y. So what is your gland Y? This is a girl, right? So what is this? What is this? What is gland Y? This is the place where you produce your ovum. So this is your ovary. Okay, so your ovary has 2 jobs. Not only they produce ovum, they also produce your, what do they produce? They produce something called estrogen. Okay, the hormone that is supposed to make you sexy. You know, when guys look at girls, what characteristic do we find sexy? I mean, let's be shallow here, guys. Let's be shallow here. Okay, guys, when we look at girls, what do we want? Okay, we look at the breast, we look at the butt. I mean, okay, this is what we do. It's like girls, you look at guys, what do you look at? You look at height and you look at muscle, right? As shallow as we can get. Okay, you don't lie to me and say, sir, I don't like muscles. I want guys who are fat and chubby because they are cute. No. Okay, stop lying. Okay, stop lying because it doesn't work that way. So and another one, we have progesterone. Okay, progesterone. This is the hormone that helps you jawline. Yeah, all right. Funny you mentioned. Okay, you see, testosterone also make guys grow this jawline here. Okay, I don't know what's it. Okay, jawline is a sign of masculinity. Okay, it makes you look manly. That's why girls are very they're very attracted to jawline. Okay, I mean, the opposite of estrogen is your testosterone, okay, this is the hormone that makes guys sexy. Okay, so girls, what do you find sexy in a guy? I'm sure these are the few. Number 1, okay this might divide opinions but most girls, they want guys who are hairy. Okay, hairy. Okay, I know it sounds funny. Hairy as in they have a head full of hair and they have beard. Okay, I don't know some girls, they say, sir, beard, they are dirty. No, beard gives you the masculinity look. Okay, how do you, okay, do you think Chris Hemsworth is dirty? No, he has beard. He's freaking sexy. Okay, even I find him sexy. I mean, no homo. Okay, yes, old man. Okay, so these are the signs of masculinity. So beard, jawline, tall, broad shoulders, muscles. Okay, these are the signs that you find a man sexy and masculine, right? I mean, let's be shallow here, guys. Okay, who doesn't like guys with muscles? Am I right? Okay, it's the same lah. If you ask a guy, do you like big boob or small boob? Okay, of course he's gonna say big. Okay, come on, guys, we are all shallow people. Okay, it's just that we refuse to admit that we are shallow. We are all shallow. Okay. Okay, why do you like, okay, let's say your idol, okay, let's say you like certain celebrity. Why do you like him or her? Because they look good lah. Because they look good lah. Do you say, oh, I like this celebrity because they have good personality? No, you don't. Stop lying. Okay, you don't like someone because of their personality. Okay, no, stop lying. Okay, yes, muscular, and of course they need to be tall lah. Okay, so I don't know lah, guys. For guys, being short is sort of like a punishment, because I don't care how good you look, as long as you are short, oh my god, it's game over. Isn't it? Isn't it? I mean, if you're like 180 something as a guy, congratulations, you struck what I call the genetic lottery, because you basically won the lottery, the genetic lottery, because you're tall. Okay, if you're 180 something, it's like a win for you. Okay, 170 something, not too bad. Okay, luckily I'm 170 something. Okay, I wish that I could be 180, but unfortunately I'm not. If you're 160 something, good luck getting a girlfriend. Okay, because this is just a very ugly truth. Okay, you go on dating app, you will know. Okay, the first thing the girl will ask you, what's your height? If you say 160 something, immediately she will unmatch you. You will be cursed to oblivion. Okay, this is just what I observed. Right. Also, number 2, give one function of the hormone. So what's the function of your estrogen? Okay, this is to give you female. Okay, this is a long word. Female secondary sexual characteristics. Okay, which is the sexy, characteristics lah. Okay, you get what I mean. All right. So see, P who has an abnormal height. Okay, if you see someone like this tall, what is this called? This is called gigantism. Okay, which is not a good thing. Okay, what classifies gigantism? Like you are 200 something cm and above. Like if you are 230, okay, you're like you can almost touch the ceiling already. That's gigantism. So based on the endocrine system, what is the cause of such abnormal height? Okay, why is the person so tall? Because he has too much growth hormone. Okay, please write growth hormone in exam. I'm just writing GH to make your life simple. So when you have too much growth hormone, so which endocrine is involved? That would be your pituitary gland. Okay, so having too much growth hormone is not a good thing. Okay, it's not a good thing. I mean, if you are this tall, you don't live a very long life, because you put a lot of stress on your heart. Okay, you put a lot of stress on your heart. So being too tall is not a good thing. Hey, one more perk of being short. Okay, if you are short, you get to live a long life. I'm just saying. All right, so guys, I think I'm going to stop here because the rest of it you can do it yourself. Guys, this answer is already posted in Google Classroom. Please check it out. Okay, if you want, do the exercise first, then check your answer. Prepare yourself for your finals. All right, so if you have no question, I think I will stop here. I will see you again the same time next week. All right, so have a good one. I will see you next week. So take care, guys. See you. Bye-bye.